Welcome back to episode 10 of Questline. A job today, a future tomorrow. Last time we went head to head with some big old crocodiles, found a barn on an island in the swamp with another baby elk inside, and got super scared by a mysterious, shadowy man.
So where we last left off, you were all inside the barn looking outside as the light began to fade and it got really, really, really dark.
That's racist.
And the last thing you heard was Calvin's voice echo through the barn saying, "Hand over the elk or you'll die."
Okay. No, thank you. We are okay.
So is Calvin still out there?
You can't see him. It's very dark though.
So
I'm standing at the door.
is it darker than normal?
Yes.
Like it's like misty dark.
It's misty dark.
Okay.
It's like somebody's cast darkness.
What?
What was that?
Is the elk still tied up?
The elk's just chilling at the back. It's got like a lead around it and like fastened to the back of the barn.
But what was that voice?
Probably Calvin.
Who's Calvin?
He's like... scary.
We tried killing him, but he seems to be kind
Scary.
of incorporeal in some ways.
Look, you have something I want. You see, here's the deal. You give me the elk, and I'll let you live. However, I will be taking that elk one way or another.
What do you need it for?
Well,
Good question.
you see, the black hide requires certain...
Meats. Elk is delicious.
Yes, the elk is delicious, but...
How do you know?
We require something else. We require the
Sex
stumps
toys.
of the horns.
Okay, I make my way to the elk very
Yep.
quickly,
Okay.
and I see if I can
Untie it.
untie it.
Yep.
Unleash it
Yeah.
onto the world.
Yeah, that's like not even really a check. You do it. It's cool. It's all untied.
I'm gonna false life.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
Can't you just take the elk horns without taking the elk?
You see, when we take the horns, they're connected to the base of the skull.
Yum yum.
Now, Mr. Sir, I'm sorry, but you cannot have this elk. But I have some nice moss from the elk. If you'd like that instead.
All right. Understandable. And you see it get really dark outside of the barn. There is
Even really darker?
there is no
black.
There's no light escaping from that half of the barn, and the window goes entirely black.
So you
upstairs.
want to do this trade? You want the moss? You said understandable.
What is
okay.
the elk doing now that I've set it free?
It's just standing there. Its eyes are wide. It's like not moving at all. It's just
Don't you have-
petrified.
Don't you have good animal handling, Mr. Tony, sir?
I have +1.
Never mind then.
Probably the best
As the
idea.
darkness like consumes the doorway,
walk
you
back.
see two figures begin to emerge from the darkness.
I draw my dagger.
Cool.
I've already got mine.
I draw
I'm
my
rather
short
than
sword
I'm gonna
Yeah.
load
and
my
look really scared.
hand crossbow.
I believe you're upstairs.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you can't actually see down.
Oh, and
below.
it's really dark.
Yeah.
As well.
Well, inside
With my-
inside the barn, you can see perfectly fine. Just outside, anywhere like cracks between the wood, you just can't see anything.
But I can still hear everything.
That's
Yeah.
pretty scary.
Okay, I'm gonna head downstairs.
You
Okay.
are blind.
Where are those two
outside.
guys that were there that we met here?
Yeah, so there are two
So are
elven
you.
farmers. Two wood elven farmers.
Not through magical love. Oh, I don't know.
Excuse me!
It's magical.
I didn't bother looking
Wait.
outside.
Stop. Sidebar. Stop it.
So there are two elven, two wood elves in the barn already, and they're with you. They are in like black hide robes, but they look pretty scared.
Black hide robes.
Yeah, just like black robes, but they have the triangle.
And Calvin is also part of the black hide, eh?
You assume.
Okay, I turn to the elk
Yeah.
and I say, Go, sick 'em!
Sick who?
The elf says, like, the elf's like, what?
So you say that's the elk?
Yeah.
Elk does not move.
Please?
The elk, like moves, but it moves backwards further towards the back wall.
Oh, cool.
So we can distinguish the two people who are just walking out of the darkness.
Yep. As they like just leave the darkness, their faces look rotten and necrotic.
Oh, alright.
Guys!
And they begin to like stagger their way into the line.
Okay, guys, I think we're getting to fight again.
And you're on initiative. Ooh. Yeah. So up first, the two creatures.
You got
They're just going off Calvin's initiative.
Alright, that seems fair.
So
Great.
So we can see two creatures, but we can't
Yeah.
see Calvin.
no, Calvin is. You can't see outside the door, so it's
Okay.
just nothing. You just see these two necrotic creatures beginning to walk in.
Yucky.
Um,
What do they look like?
they look like humans that have been like mangled, like their faces
They're
almost unrecognizable, and then
thought
there's
they were
like bones.
Zombies.
No, the two elven farmers. are
Elves
inside.
look
Inside.
kind of like humans.
These are things coming for us.
Okay.
Yeah. So they're right at the doorway of the barn, and they don't do anything else. They're just standing there and slowly making their way in.
So am I like
We're
at the
probably
top of the
gonna
stairs
die
or
now.
something at the moment?
No, you
Can I-
just see your name down.
Yeah, okay.
Destello, it's your turn. What do you do?
Destello. Oh shit! What? I'm gonna cast Shield of Faith.
Okay, cool. +2 AC to you.
Plus 2 AC to me. A
Fingers.
nice shimmery, shine.
Cool.
Around it.
Shimmery shine.
Shimmer and
sheening
shine.
I look extra fancy.
You're glistening with fanciness.
Okay.
You can tell I have money.
Fingers.
I'm gonna load my hand crossbow.
Again? You preloaded it before.
Oh no, because I didn't see anything happening, so I just
Oh,
moved,
yeah,
I
yeah.
just went down.
So you loaded
And
it.
now I see them, and I'm like, ah! And I load my hand crossbow, which doesn't take an action, I don't think. So I can shoot them now.
Okay, roll a hit.
I'm gonna shoot. 16. Is
Yeah.
that good?
Yeah, so you see your crossbow bolt connect with
Shield
the
of Faith
flesh
is
of the
bonus
creature.
action.
Oh,
And you see as it hits into the arm, it begins to decay and fall
my
off.
god. Okay, I'll roll damage.
Yeah, roll it.
It is a d6.
Yep.
That is a d6.
Do you get a sneak attack or
5 plus 2.
No.
7 damage.
7 damage. Sweet. So, yeah, its arm begins to fall off, and you see the bone underneath the flesh.
Oh yeah, and I do get a sneak attack.
8 damage. Oh no, it does -1 damage, doesn't it?
No, it has -1 to hit. I think.
Oh, well, then it does
and-
8 damage because you got +3 from your dex.
No. Oh yeah, maybe it is -1 damage then. I think you're right. I'm just going off of what I wrote with my weapon description here.
Oh yeah, sorry. Yeah, it's
this
+1 to
must
hit, -1 damage.
So that's 7 damage, but then is sneak attack another d6?
You wouldn't get sneak attack unless
Oh, yeah.
someone was
Someone
flanking
else's.
it. Yeah.
Not
Sweet.
yet.
Somebody flank that!
It's one of the farmers' turn. One of the elven farmers pulls out his short sword, but begins to back away from the creatures and head towards the back, towards the elk. Valefar.
I'm gonna go and stop the farmer going to the elk.
Okay, sweet. So, what do
I
you...
just walk up to him and put my arm in front of him.
Yeah.
And just like
What arm? Your crystal arm
Yeah.
or your normal arm?
the crystal arm's my dominant arm, so
Okay, so as you hold out your crystal arm, your wrist begins to burn, and you hear a faint voice in your head. Valefar, I do not accept defeat. Kill them all. As you feel a bolster from your dead undying. What is your special ability?
it's my special ability.
Your spare the dying. What is it called?
No?
False life. False life. Yeah.
Your special ability.
I don't know what it was called.
I'm a warlock. I've got a
Yeah.
few.
Yeah, so yeah, your false life is bolstered, and you gain 20 extra 10 hit points.
Damn!
20.
Oh, okay.
And yeah,
It sounded really
Was that-
unpleasant.
Was that like I was just like
that was
just like the burning and then just like the
Yeah.
The magic in me.
Yeah.
Was that my action? Or
That was not
Oh,
What do you do?
Fucking listening to this voice. When I put my arm in front of him,
Yeah.
with my other arm,
Yeah.
I stab him right in the chest. With
Jesus
my
Christ! Okay, roll a hit.
Christ!
With a that's not like really that intense.
That is I think that's a 15 to hit. Yeah.
Oh, yep, sweet.
It
That
would be
hits.
incredible if you
Um,
missed.
Yeah.
You sink the dagger underneath their ribs, and you hear him begin to. And he doesn't look good at all.
That is a 6 damage.
6 damage. As you pull the dagger out from underneath their ribs, he falls to his knees, and he begins to try and cover the hole that you now made underneath his ribs.
He's like picking up his guts off the ground.
Yeah. You see Farmer 2, because I assume that's the end of your turn.
Yeah.
You see Farmer 2, horrified at watching his friend just get stabbed in the ribs. He backs against the opposite wall to where you are and drops his short sword. And that's his turn. Tony.
Okay, so if I'm standing with the elk,
Yep.
I have pretty clear sight of what Valefar just did, don't I?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh boy, what a split-second decision. You know what? Knowing Valefar hasn't ever attacked me before,
Mhm.
I'm going to assume that, while that is deeply troubling,
Yep.
the horrible zombie people are probably a bigger threat,
Yeah.
and I'm going to charge right at them.
Cool. Sweet as.
So I assume I can reach them.
Yeah, you can reach them easily.
And I will attack the one on the left.
Sweet. That's a good way to distinguish between them.
Yeah.
Good on you.
Okay.
How much is that to hit?
6.
You swing with your short sword towards the zombie on the left, and your sword completely misses as you whiff past and take a little bit of his t-shirt with you.
What's his t-shirt like?
It's just like
It's
black.
like casual.
It's like
It's got like
black.
AC/DC on it.
Yeah, it's got Fanty ACDC on it. Fanty? Fantasy.
Fantasy DC.
Sweet.
Alright, but I would like to
Fantasy
stop
DC.
within range of them and then turn to Fingers.
Yep.
And from across the barn, I will yell, Fingers! Do better than me! Applying Bardic Inspiration.
Will do!
So I believe that's a D6
That
to
is
any of his
1d6.
rolls.
Setting the bar pretty low.
Not
Sweet. So, back to Calvin.
Calvin.
You hear through the darkness. You know I can keep making these. As you see 3 more monsters beginning to appear from the shadows. And one of the zombies is going to make an attack on Tony.
If you want to come get the elk, why don't you show yourself in person? Then we can make a deal.
You see, this is easier for me. And the zombie completely whiffs as it tries to smack you across the face, and you nimbly duck underneath as you feel its hand graze the top of your hair. And one of the other zombies is moving very close to Fingies.
Okay.
But that's the end of its turn.
Okay. How close? Within smacking distance?
Within, one 5 feet away from you.
Within smudging
That's
distance.
That's pretty
Destello.
close to smacking distance.
Okay, I'm going to cast Shield of Faith on Tony.
Woo!
Plus 2 AC.
I
Ooh.
don't think you can do that.
60 feet cast range.
It cancels his, but
Yeah.
Does it? Oh, is it
it's
concentration?
concentration.
Yeah.
No, okay, never mind. I'm not going to do that then.
Aww.
Yeah.
No, it's up to 10 minutes duration.
Is it concentration?
No.
Is it instantaneous? Yeah. That's really good.
Well,
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
I mean, that kind of makes sense because, it's an increase to AC, so then if you got hit, that'd be pretty stupid
pretty
if you
pointless,
lost
yeah.
it from...
Yeah.
Yeah.
So cast that on him, which is a bonus action,
Cool.
which I didn't realize last turn.
Sweet.
And then I'm going to run over to the one by Fingers and smack it.
Sweet. Roll a hit.
Smacking distance!
16
16.
to hit.
16 hits.
I knew it was concentration. So,
Is it?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah. Unless it's...
Don't cast it on Tony.
Okay, yeah, fuck Tony.
For 11 damage.
Okay, so your rapier pierces through the lower body of the zombie as it looks down at the wound but doesn't really seem to give a shit and continues to try and like push itself further on the blade to get you.
Okay, that's cool.
And thingies, it is your
Okay.
turn.
So, I've been bardic inspired, right?
Yeah.
So what does that mean?
You can add a d6 to an attack roll, an ability check, or a saving throw,
That's cool.
but not to damage.
But not to damage.
No.
Oh, okay. Tackle.
You can add it after you roll, but before you're told if the check succeeds.
Okay.
So
And got Destello here, who just spanked that zombie.
Yeah, so you could
I can
move
get a
behind
sneak
it.
attack.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna
Cool.
run around behind it, and
Yeah.
then actually my weapon is literally just my knuckle duster rings.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna give him a good old punch. Oh yeah, and I've got like weights instead of thumbs or something.
You have weights underneath your thing.
My thingies. Okay, so I'm gonna give him a good old weighted stock.
Not to date this episode or anything.
17. I'm not gonna add the thingy-mabob. The
Okay,
bardic
cool.
inspiration.
So roll damage with sneak attack.
So
that's 2d6 plus 2 total.
26?
I got 6 from that, so that's 8 damage. It is extra 1d6. Yep. 4. So that is 12 damage
12 damage.
total.
So as you begin to smack it, you catch it right in the neck as you hear a crack, and the necrotic form falls lifeless. But it's still on Destello's blade.
That's right.
Farmer.
I am bald, so
So now it is Farmer 1's turn. As the farmer starts to cover his wound, and he picks up his short sword and tries to make an attack on to Valefar.
That seems like a poor choice.
So as his blade connects, it does 9 damage as it slashes you across the arm and catching you by your crystal. Not damaging the crystal, but catching it right by it. As he sort of swings it completely out of it, but he still manages to dig it in quite deep.
does he just have a scimitar?
No, just a short sword.
Oh, okay.
It's like you got all those bloody hit points.
I know.
Those 10 points.
It is now your turn, Valefar.
With that, I'm going to snap out of it a bit
Yeah.
and just feel what the. I look at the dying farmer in front of me, and I want to like try to stabilize him a bit. I want to like rip off some.
Some of your bandages.
Yeah.
Okay.
And just
cool.
like try to like cover him up with that. I am so sorry.
So yeah. Roll a medicine check for me.
But also, ow. That's an 11 plus 2, 13.
13. Okay, sweet. So, just in the midst of this combat, you rip off some of your bandages on your other hand, and you begin to wrap it around his like rib cage as where you stabbed him. The farmer is very confused, and he just slides up against the back of the barn and is looking at you, worried, and holding his short sword still very tightly.
Okay.
And you hear the voice in your head. I still don't tolerate defeat. End this. And you've got another action if you would like to stab him.
How strong is this like will over me?
It's very strong. You haven't heard this voice before, but it's telling you to end this. You've heard a lot of voices in your time, but this one.
I slit his throat.
Sweet. Roll to hit.
Is that farmer boy's throat?
Oh no.
That's a 5 plus 7, 12.
Sweet. You delicately glide your blade across his throat, and roll damage. And I assume, none of you can see this.
Can you
Again,
imitate the
Tony
noise
can.
that he
That's
makes?
that's a 6.
Oh, didn't you move?
Oh no, he ran up. That's
Yeah.
right. Sorry.
That's a 6?
Yeah.
The farmer falls lifeless. And you see the other farmer, what the fuck, man? Jesus Christ! And that's his turn as he wallows. And he's very afraid. He's unarmed and he is just
A farmer.
he's terrified.
He's just a farmer.
He's just being a farmer. Leave him alone.
Oh no.
So in the midst of the shadows, you see oh, it's Tony. Whoops. There you go, Tony. Can't see it behind the M&Ms.
Yeah, that's fair.
So how many Zrambos are...
4 total now. One's dead on Destello's rapier.
Yeah. After right.
So one of them's by... Because 2 of them just came in, right?
Yeah. And they're just right at the door.
And how close are they to me?
They're about 10 feet. They're about 10 feet from you, and there's one, I believe, right in front of you.
Yeah, okay, so I'll make another attack against the one that's in front of me.
Sweet.
Hopefully this one doesn't whiff. Nat 20!
That doesn't whiff!
Whoa.
Cool. Roll damage.
Will it whiff?
Am I doubling dice or rolling twice?
I rolled twice when I nat, so up to you.
You double, right? Surely. Isn't that how you're supposed to do it?
Yeah, you double your dice damage.
Yeah, okay, so I'll take the double because that's a 5.
Okay.
So that is 12 piercing damage.
So from your last whiff, you bring your short sword right into its ribs. Similarly to Valefar, but you don't see this. And the zombie just completely, it starts grasping at the blade and then slows down and then falls lifeless as it falls off your blade.
Yay!
Is already lifeless, so it's a zombie.
Yeah, double lifeless. It's double lifeless.
It's alive again.
So having noticed the other 2
Yeah.
zombies, I will move 10 feet back
Cool.
from them
Awesome.
because they're slow and I don't want to get bitten.
Cool. Very good. Very good.
Think, is you okay?
Yeah, I had an idea. How long away is it until my turn?
So out of the shadows, you see another 4 zombies begin to emerge.
Cool!
And Destello, is now your turn.
Everybody runs out of spell slots sooner or later.
So how many zombies are there now?
There is now 6.
6.
No, but one of them's dead.
No, 2 that
he's-
just came through the door, and 4 those 2 that came originally died.
Yeah.
So there have been 8 in total.
Yeah.
And we killed 2 of them.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna
Yeah, it's a lot of
I'm gonna push
They're not too bad,
the zombie off my sword.
Sweet.
Oh, no, actually, I'm gonna open up the umbrella.
Okay.
Oh.
and pull it off.
explode into gut
Yeah.
bits.
And then I'm gonna go up to the group, the new wave of 4 zombies,
Okay.
right up there,
Sweet.
and I'm gonna say, "Fight me, you pussy bitch!" and cast Thunderwave.
Sweet.
Whoa, that's not a vicious mockery. It's just
Sweet as. So
And push them
inside
back
the
up
barn,
into the-
everyone's ears start ringing, and you see all of the windows just break and shatter, and everything seems silent to you now for a solid few seconds. Roll damage on your Thunder Wave.
Yeah.
Oh, is it con saves?
They only make con saves.
Okay.
Yeah.
including us.
No.
No,
Oh,
just sweet.
All right.
How much damage is that?
It takes each one of them takes 16 unless they saved, in which case they take 8.
So you see 3 of the zombies be entirely eviscerated
Yeah.
and cover the walls of the barn, as one zombie is still stumbling about,
Cool.
but he looks not mortified, but fucked, as bone shards splinter into him from the other zombies.
Pull the finger.
That's a bonus action.
Aichi mama.
Fingers, it is now your turn.
Okay, so do the zombies keep coming in like out of the darkness through
Yeah.
the front door of the barn?
Yes.
Okay, I've got an idea. You know what zombies are bad at? Walking. And then I spill 1,000 ball bearings in front of them.
Oh my god!
Holy shit! Alright, awesome.
That's genius!
Okay.
Just came up with the best attack strategy. You drop like shit tons of ball bearings, and then you thunderwave and you shoot them out like metal pellets.
Yes, that's cool.
That's horrifying.
So Farmer 1's dead. So
Oh, yeah, that's a good point.
you
We can just
rid
get
of
him out of there.
I might
It's
Google what
Valfar's
ball
turn.
bearings actually do. Like, if something more from them.
Valefar. It's now your turn.
I pick up the farmer's short sword.
Cool.
And I'm going to walk towards the rest of the party.
All right. Awesome. Is that your turn?
Is there still a zombie there?
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
one. There's one zombie.
No, there's
There's
three.
two. Oh yeah, it's three of them. There's one.
There's
that
one
survived.
by me, and then two other ones.
Yeah.
Well, how much movement do I have? Can I go attack the two others?
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm just gonna go charge them.
Yeah, and are you dual wielding?
Yeah, dual wielding. I'll attack the one on the right.
On the right?
Yeah.
Okay, sweet. Awesome.
So that's 2 attacks. First one with the dagger. That's an 18 to
That
hit.
hits.
And then with the short sword, that's a 16 to hit.
That hits.
And then that's 4 plus 5.
How does jolting work? Do you not add your...
I don't add it to the second attack.
That's right.
So that's
Just making sure.
11 damage
11 damage total.
total.
So you bring your dagger into the leg of the zombie as you hear a bone snap, and then you ram the short sword that you just acquired into the skull of the zombie as it falls lifeless on your
Skull
blades.
Just skull fuck them.
Oof.
Skull fucked.
Farmer
How about that for a deep throat?
Oh god.
Vicious mocker.
Cutting that, Farmer 2, Farmer 2 begins to cast Cry as he slowly cries himself to sleep in the corner of the barn. And Tony, it is your turn.
How many zombies are left?
Two.
Where are they?
There's one sort of close to Valefar and one really close to Destello at the front of the barn.
Get the other one.
Yeah, that seems like a good idea. So I'll go to the one sort of close to Valefar
Sweet.
and roll another attack with my short sword.
Nice.
That's a 7 plus 4, 11 to hit.
11 doesn't hit. As your short sword just swings by him. It grazes him, but it doesn't seem to affect him.
Tanky zombies.
And it
Yeah. That's what it is. Yeah.
as this
That's the problem.
You're okay, bud.
You'll be fine.
Not that I rolled a 2 and a 7.
above, you hear a strange noise. You hear what appears to be a chorus of angels. Something that Tony knows very well from the sound of a fish at the beginning. When you entered Death Swallows, you remembered hearing a chorus of angels from a fish.
Yup.
In this case, you hear a chorus of angels, and then the roof of the barn collapses.
Oh yeah!
And you see a glorious light shine inward. And as this glorious light appears, you see a figure within it.
Not a fish.
Not a fish. Not
Damn
a
it.
fish. You see a man in glorious golden robes with
Fish?
Yes.
with fish. With
Fish pattern.
like a chest plate of armor that looks very heavy duty but very light. And he is wearing like a gladiatorial helmet which has a cut of a T shape in it. So this glorious figure in golden and blue robes and heavy metal plating stands there for a solid second. Do any of you guys want to roll perception or anything?
Yeah, I'll roll for it.
Yeah, let's all roll.
Yeah,
I mean, actually, we didn't hear.
Oh,
no one heard the chorus.
no, only Tony heard the chorus, but you guys.
Did you really hear the chorus?
What?
Because pretty sure everyone's deaf.
No,
that
it
was
was
only
only
for
for a few seconds.
Alright.
Yeah. And you guys did hear.
Pretty sure I deafened the party.
You guys did hear the.
Nat 20.
the
I
got
Oh, I'm not gonna roll.
I know exactly. I've seen that guy before.
Well, no, actually, I'm rolling.
You roll with advantage. Valefar.
Oh, okay. For perception?
Yeah. Perception or actually, you make a history check with advantage.
All right.
So take your highest roll.
Destello,
13.
13.
Destello got a 22 for perception.
Okay, sweet.
Tony got a 20.
I
nat
got
20.
a nat 20.
Not Tony.
Okay.
Fingers got a nat
I
20.
got a 9.
Okay, so
Holy shit.
Shut up.
So Fingers and Destello, you see on the corner of his helmet an eye with 2 lines behind it and 3 triangles surrounding it on the top and bottom. You recognize the symbol Destello
Of course.
as
Of the church.
with the 2 eyes, like the 2 lines behind it, the letter I with an eye on top of it, like looking eye. You know this is the symbol of the Holy Knights of the 2nd century.
It's the greatest pun I've ever seen on a piece of art.
And
Cool.
Fingers, you notice that he is indeed a holy knight.
I knew it.
And he doesn't look familiar, but you know holy knights at one point you have seen in your childhood walk through your deep gnome village.
Whoa. Okay.
And Valefar, on your history check, this guy does not look familiar, but his helmet has an air of familiarity to you.
Familiarity.
That's the word I was looking for. Thank you. And that is his kick-ass turn.
I've got a bad feeling about this.
Never tell me the odds.
Oh my god, written on my notes, I have must inform the holy knights. I just don't know. I didn't write what we need to inform them.
About the resurgence.
I also-
of the
Yeah,
Black
we need to
Oh, okay.
inform them about this dude.
As
listen.
this happens, you hear a voice through the darkness just go, "Oh fuck."
Yeah, fuck you!
As one more zombie walks through the door.
And trips on the
Oh yeah, and, hold on.
the ball bearings.
Yeah, he trips and falls on the ball bearings, breaking his legs.
And he's really embarrassed as well.
Yeah, that is the symbol more or less.
Oh, cool.
Sweet as. And Destello, it is now your turn. There is a zombie one zombie in front of you and one on the ground.
But he's embarrassed.
Yeah, he's pretty embarrassed.
The one on the
The one on the-
He's just covering his face.
ground.
He's crying a little bit.
You're
tear.
not sure if that's a tear or just moisture from the swamp, but
He's sweating.
Swamp
moisture.
Yes.
Is
You
it-
don't know if he's crying or if it's swamp.
It's
Is
my
it
favorite spell.
possible? Is it
Yeah.
possible for me to run my sword through one and then push him into the other one, which is on the ground?
A shish kebab.
Yeah, like
so you mean
make a kebab out of it.
like you're
yeah.
cleaning up rubbish.
Yeah, kind of. So no. So run one in and then pick up the rubbish.
It's time to take out the trash.
Run ahead. Run ahead. We'll see
Alright,
how
alright.
good it goes.
That's a 20 to hit, not natural.
Dirty 20.
Yeah, sweet as. So as you run through one of them, you have sort of an extra force that you didn't anticipate, and you stab it on top of the other one, skewering both of them. Roll damage.
That's hot.
8.
8.
8.
The one on the one second on the layer of
Yep,
swords.
yep,
The
yep.
first one you stabbed, which is the one that you damaged prior, is fully fucking dead.
Good.
And his
Again.
body lies still on the one that's sorta alive, but really embarrassed.
I look back at Tony. Man, I love kebabs.
I laugh.
Oh,
When I hear
you
that.
and your street mate.
Can I apply, like, negative inspiration?
love
Fingers.
kebab.
I'll roll a d6 and subtract it from your next attack roll.
Okay, so there's quite a lot happening at the moment. So he's just shish kebab these things, and there's an angel guy coming down.
Yeah.
What's he doing?
He is just standing there at the moment.
Floating there or standing?
Standing.
Oh, so he's just in the barn with us.
Yeah, he has what looks like a pretty solid gauntlet on one hand and a staff in the other.
It's Thanos.
It's Fano! Klicker!
It's the cursed 6 items from the other campaign.
No.
But embarrassed dude is still alive, right?
Embarrassed zombie is still alive.
Okay, I'm gonna finish him off before we talk to
And there's one zombie in front of Tony, I believe. believe.
it's 2
Uh-huh.
zombies. Okay, I'm gonna finish killing these before we focus on talking. So that we're not like in a combat at the same time. So, I'm going to. You've got Destello's got the embarrassed dude. So I'm going to go up to the one by Tony. And is he close enough to Tony that I can get a sneak attack?
Yes.
He is. Okay, good. I'm gonna punch him.
Sweet. Punch him.
What happens if it rolls on a corner? Okay.
Yeah, it's cocked
I
rolling.
get all of the numbers. 8 plus. I'm gonna plus that d6 from that inspiration.
Nice.
Very good.
4, 12
Plus,
plus.
your actual to hit.
Plus my actual to hit. Plus 5.
Plus 5.
17.
Okay, sweet. You connect very clearly as you hear a bit of a crunch. Roll damage.
We know how to play D&D. What?
Yeah. We don't forget.
Has it been 3 months? What?
Here we go. Okay, that's 9 plus 2. No, plus 3 because of my rings and not my hand crossbow. So that is 12.
12 damage. You smack the zombie. Oh yeah, you're short. You smack it in the back of the pelvis.
Ooh,
and the
back.
zombie just falls dead onto Tony.
It's pretty close to the butt.
Valefar.
Ew!
Valefar, it's now your turn. What do you want to do?
Okay, so what just happened? I was like,
A zombie died on Tony.
Ah!
There's a shish kebab of zombies by Destello.
who looks more distressed? The shish kebab, like
the
the seller with the shish kebab, or
the
Tony
Tony.
with like the disgusting blood and stuff on him?
Can I roll strength at some point to not like fall on the ground?
Oh, when it gets to your turn, yeah.
It's like suspended at the
So
moment.
Is he like
Entirely.
filthy?
he is pretty filthy.
The zombie is
However-
about to fall on
However,
me.
you feel pretty. You feel a little sense of dread seeing this holy knight right in front of you, standing in like a glorious light.
Forgot about him. I'm going.
I forgot about the shining golden figure who
He's not.
destroyed the
He's
roof.
not looking at you at all.
Okay, is he blocking the way to the room with the elk?
No. You are. Hey, he's like staring straight into the shadow. You're a bit past him.
Slowly back off into the room.
It's not a room. It's just one big room.
Oh, one big room.
Yeah,
Barn.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm making a massive illusion of a wall, and that's it.
Cool.
Oh, by the way, is Cool Golden Knight guy's face visible, or has he got a helmet covering it?
The helmet has a T shape in it, and you see
Okay.
glorious
I can't believe I
light
forgot
coming
about the
see, like,
fucking
a beard.
angel.
What? You can't see a beard or anything. So you make the wall. And what else are you doing?
15 foot. That was my action.
Okay, cool.
But like other
Your
than that,
movement, and you're just moving towards
yeah,
the elk.
I'm just like moving towards the elk. And I'm
Is
just
there
kinda,
just is there just like a massive stone wall in the middle of this barn?
No, it's like the barn's. It looks
Oh, right,
like
okay,
there's just
okay.
a wall in the barn. It doesn't look like the elk room.
It looks like a smaller barn. now.
Yeah, it just looks smaller.
The
Don't worry about
llama.
It looks as
It looks very smaller. Yeah. There's a fucking angel. I'm scared.
Wiggle
Okay.
You see the second farmer. He just goes and just stops breathing as he like pulls his robes up over his
Oh,
chest.
is he
breathing and
like
dies.
trapped with me in the illusion a bit?
No, he's
No,
on the
okay.
other side.
Okay,
of the barn
sweet. That's
from you.
good.
Grass tastes bad.
Tony, it's your turn.
That was false. Grass is delicious.
Roll strength. for me.
Yeah, Ryan's
There's
a
a
vegan. He
There's
would know.
a dead zombie on you.
Don't worry, he's the strongest in the party.
Yeah, he actually is.
I have 13 strength.
What? That's mostly. I don't have that much.
I nat 1 plus 1. So that's wait, unless it's athletics, in which case that's a 3. Jack of all trades.
So as the zombie falls on you, you're like, ew, gross, and you close your eyes, but then you forget the fact that it's still pretty heavy, and you just fall prone as the zombie
you
is
on
on
top.
top.
And
Mouth
it's
to
like-
mouth.
It's getting frisky with you. It's like
not mouth to mouth,
do that.
but its mouth is open, and it's like it's strained you to the ground.
That's the way the news goes.
Yuck! And I believe
Calvin.
is that the? Do you want to do
Should we
anything
do the first
else
romance of
apart
the-
from?
Is there anything else I can do?
Scream
No,
for
I
help.
guess you can't because you're like pinned.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Ow!
Sweet. Good. You see 4 more zombies walk in through the door. They're very close to you, Destello.
Yeah.
As this happens, though, you see the Holy Knight. It holds out its gauntlet hand, and you see a magical blue, massive hand appear. And you see it go into the shadow, tense, and then pull out of the shadows Calvin.
It's fucking savage.
Is that just like the
He was
best
standing
Bigby's
there
hand?
the whole time.
Does he have a gauntlet of Bigby's hand?
And you see you see Calvin just shocked in this grasp. He goes, well, fuck. And
Did he cast Shocking Grasp from Bigby's hand?
no. However, you do hear the voice of the Holy Knight for the first time.
Does everyone? Or just
Yeah,
Toby?
everyone.
Okay, cool.
You hear him go, Sprig, go! As you see a small little tree figure appear on the ground and begin to run towards the
I
house.
am Sprig.
It's a little Groot boy!
Fingers, you actually recognize this little tree person.
From the Marvel movies.
No,
in
but
prison, they have a really good movie selection.
you recognize Sprig from the arena. This is the little tree girl who saved the first house.
Oh, so it isn't Groot.
I know that girl.
It's she
I'm
Groot.
just gonna say that in point.
You
not.
see,
I'm under a zombie!
Destello, it is now your turn. There are 4 more zombies coming through the door. There's one still on the end of your...
Yeah, I'm just gonna pick up my sword and then just stab it back into the ground again because
Okay.
there's still a living zombie there.
I'm gonna say roll to hit with advantage.
Cool.
It's actually unliving.
Oh, because he's prone, so.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, well,
advantage.
also he's stuck on your blade.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah,
Too.
prone.
We'll go with that. It's 19 to hit.
Sweet, I'm not even gonna get you to roll damage. The second zombie is dead as fuck on the edge of your blade, so you've
Yay.
got 2 dead zombies on your rapier as 4 more return.
Do I see the... Have I seen that
Roll
little
perception.
little girl's gonna run up? 15.
15, yeah. You see, you turn around and you see Sprig beginning to run towards the elk.
I'll give her a thumbs up.
She's not facing you.
Oh, going towards the elk.
Yeah.
Oh, never mind. All right, I'll turn back and I'll just be ready to get the other 4 zombies.
Cool. Sweet. And that leads into Fingies. What are you gonna do?
Right, Tony. Tony's still stuck under there.
Yeah.
Shitty zombie.
Yes!
You having fun there? Ha! I'm gonna help you.
Are you gonna use
I'm
the
gonna
help
use my-
action, or are you gonna try and pull them off?
I'm gonna use my 0 strength modifier.
Okay.
Not actual score, because I would be dead. To help push the zombie off. I gotcha! 6.
As you begin to push on the zombie, you lift up one of its arms, and then its arm falls down on you, and now you are pinned underneath it as well.
Oh my god. This is quite romantic.
Valefar, you are hiding behind
Oh, I'm
this-
seeing. I can see through this,
Yeah.
see through the illusion. I'm just watching this happen.
Yeah, so you've seen 2 of your friends get pinned by the same dead zombie.
Help!
A small wooden girl running towards the elk, and
Wait, but I'm with the elk.
oh, well, running towards you as well.
Oh
then.
no!
Run straight through the illusionary wall.
Yeah, just gone.
Fucking smart ass little thing.
Sweet. And yeah, what are you gonna do?
What can all this happen? Are there any more zombies?
There's 4 at the door by Destello, and there's a dead zombie pinning 2 of your friends.
Dead zombie is our biggest threat right now.
me? Am I
The dead zombie has taken out more of us than like
Then the
any
live zombie.
zombie. Yeah.
Than the friggin' crocodiles, dude.
I ran away to get out.
I did almost die with those crocodiles though.
But you didn't get pinned.
That's true. And it wasn't disgusting. Or it wasn't as disgusting.
How badly are they struggling? Do they look like they're in a lot of trouble?
Probably.
I'm gonna go help.
All right.
Please use the help action.
Really awkward if one
Yeah,
was
I'm gonna go help.
Yeah. All right. Sweet.
I'm helping Tony push this thing off of him.
Farmer 2 is
Scared.
pretending to be dead, but you can clearly see he's pretending. He's got his tongue out. He's like,
And he's making those noises.
And he's studying the zombies to see how they look dead, and he's trying to act dead.
He's like ripping parts of his flesh off and like tearing his clothes.
Tony, it is now your turn. You have advantage on rolling the zombie off you.
Okay, strength or athletics?
Athletics.
Bench press.
Yeah, bench press. If you're doing athletics, you're bench press.
I'm spotting.
13.
All right. Your arms. This is the most exercise you've ever got. You're feeling.
Not rowing that fucking boat.
You're
Yeah.
lifting the zombie. Well, without rowing the boat, you wouldn't be strong enough to do this.
That was training for this moment.
You feel your arms beginning to like give way, but you lock your arms up to hold the zombie off you.
No, that's not healthy at all.
Yeah, no, but it's holding it up there.
Yeah, it'll get the zombie off, hopefully.
Yeah, you can slide out.
Oh, I definitely slide out. I drop it on fingers.
Okay, cool. Fingers.
Oh!
Well, fingers is only pinned by the arm.
Yeah.
Yeah, but not. Yeah, no. Now I roll the whole zombie. Because I'm gonna roll one way and like drop the zombie the other way.
Okay.
Oh,
and
but
I
I'm,
can't
I'm
roll.
helping to like lift it up so they can slide under.
Well, that's what gave me the advantage.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
never mind.
fingers, you are now pinned. By
Under
the
the
floor.
whole
Fuck you,
zombie.
Tony!
Sweet. So back at the
Sorry.
back at the top of the initiative order, you see Sprig run on over to the elk, put its hands on the elk's mane and beginning to like pat it, and then Sprig looks over at you, Valefar. Hi, how are you?
I look away. I'm just.
Wait, what's she doing with her hands?
She's like holding on to the elk. And then
Up in the air.
yeah, well, she's very small.
I realize none of you guys can see this.
Oh.
And she.
Yeah.
Unless
Wait.
the illusion's gone.
What happened to his wall?
It's still. I'm still
it's,
concentrating.
It's still. You just see a wall. It looks closer if you're looking at it, but you guys aren't. You just struggling to get a zombie off you.
Hey, I got the zombie off me.
Yeah.
Onto
You did.
fingers.
Yeah. So Sprig then looks a little bit sad and then turns towards the golden holy knight and goes, "I got him." And
Just literally like touches the elk. I did it.
Yay! So you hear Calvin's voice go, "Well, this is a bit awkward, I see. However, how much longer can you last out here?" As he looks at the golden holy knight. The holy knight looks down for a second, and then looks up. "Everyone get close to me." And that's all he's doing.
I can't. I'm under a zombie. This is bad. I'm gonna die.
He turns and looks at you, Fingers, and then he holds out his foot really close to you.
I touch his foot. I mean, grab it. I grab his foot.
I touch it.
Okay, Destello,
I
it's your
feel
turn.
his foot.
Toesy woesy.
The zombies are within range of you, but yeah, you could run to proc opportunity attacks.
I want to disengage.
Okay, you disengage and run to
And
the Holy
run
Knight.
to the Holy Knight.
You can't see the Holy Knight's expression, but yeah, he's looking at you. He's looking at you for a hot sec. And
I'll give him a little kiss.
The hottest check of your life.
Fingers,
Ooh.
it's your turn.
He's a holy knight.
What
he
can I
doesn't
do
like
with
that.
his foot?
You can grab hold of his foot.
He's a child of Jesus.
Alright, sweet. So you grab hold of his foot. Valefar.
With both my fingers.
Yeah.
Welcome to Dungeons and Dragons. We're all children of Jesus.
Valefar, what are you going to do?
Cross my arms. I'm not gonna try them.
You're not going to do anything?
Cross
No.
my arms
Yeah.
and hope to die.
Yeah, I'm just gonna just
the
not gonna do anything.
farmer-
I turn. I face my back to him.
Okay. The farmer looks up and goes, "Wait, and he tries to stand up, but he slips on some ball bearings, and he face plants, and Tony, it's your turn.
I move to the Holy Knight.
Sweet.
Did the farmer die when he?
Well, no, he's just trying to pick himself. He's trying to pick himself up.
Oh, yeah.
He fell and hit his head and he's dead now.
Sprig sees you being a angsty little child, and then you feel a small wooden hand touch you, and then goes, "Do it!" And
What?
and then
Sweet.
all of you see a golden light just appear, a blinding golden light.
Not again.
And then you guys, you feel like you're moving. You start to feel...
It's like the elevator kind of feel.
Yeah, like the elevator kind of feel. Except it doesn't stop.
Is it like in a dream when you're falling, but in reverse?
Yeah. But you feel like it's pulling and pulling and pulling, and you start to feel like on a really, really small scale, your cells beginning to elongate and stretch and rip. And then
I know that.
and then all in the same moment, you feel it all get compressed back together, and you slap onto the ground on some marble floor.
You ever just
Slap,
elongate
like,
your
are we-
cells
oh,
to
no,
flex
You
on
just
Are we like
the black
body,
hide?
like are we lying on the ground?
you
like,
just get
know?
smashed into the
sploofs.
ground, and you all take 15 damage. as
Oh,
you
cool!
hit
I'm
the
on 0
ground.
HP.
Does any bits of me remain
Oh,
elongated?
you're all fine. You're all
Jackass! I still have 1 temp hit point.
So how much damage?
15.
I'm unconscious.
Okay.
Jeez, that's a lot of
15.
damage.
I'm fine. So you're all fine. A-okay.
No! I'm unconscious!
I'm on 3 and I don't have hit points.
Excuse me,
sorry.
Mr. Nightman, can you please heal my friend here?
I'm just like...
As you look around this room, you see a sort of protruding circle in the center of the room with a hole in it, and you see no holy night there forever.
I'm gonna try to stabilize Tony.
Yeah.
But I just like,
Yeah.
You just saw Tony just smack the ground.
We're
Holy
Death
shit,
save.
Tony!
Roll to try and stabilize him.
we're like all dying from this one
That's a
thing.
5. No, that's a 7. I can't.
That's the second death save.
I'm gonna go again.
No.
7.
One
No.
more. One more.
No.
One more time. One more time.
Yeah, I'm
do
gonna
it.
come up and help stabilize.
15.
Okay.
Oh, stable! Tony! I got teleported by a holy knight and just died on his floor.
So you, for a second, Tony's not breathing. You can't feel any pulse. And then you go, "Oh fuck!" and you just smack him in the chest, and then you feel his pulse come back. As you feel his pulse come back, you hear him breathing, but he is not awake. Right?
I'm gonna.
I almost just died on the floor.
Oh my god.
That was such a sudden way to go. As well.
Smudge is here too, right?
Oh yeah, Smudge is here. Smudge
Smudge
is
is
always
on
here.
full HP.
Smudge is just
Smudge is
chill.
unhittable.
Yeah.
Smudge has like 4 higher AC than me or some bullshit. Smudge is full scale.
I'm gonna.
Shit!
Yeah.
What wakes? Does the cold wake people up? Will that?
You're not. He's unconscious.
Yeah, I don't want to wake him up.
You can try and like shake.
Yeah, but it's-
Damage
I'm
me,
gonna,
I
like-
taken 2
No.
death saves immediately.
I'm gonna like make his clothes colder and see if that works. I'm gonna like make a feather, like wiggle it in his nose.
James, I want you to
Put, like,
roll
whipped cream in his
perception
hand.
with disadvantage.
That would be 14.
Okay. For a second, everything's black. But through the blackness, you see a robed figure in slightly darker grey, so you can see him out. He begins to try and take off his hood. You don't see a face straight away, and he begins to step towards you, and he goes, "Tony," as he holds out a skeleton hand. As you see his face beginning to appear, and then you wake up.
Oh my god, that was death!
As Valefar is like cooling your clothes.
Oh my god!
As Tony begins to breathe very heavily, you hear like a strange like noise that you have never heard before.
Can you emulate it for us? Mate.
It's just horrible. It's like crunching of, I guess, bones is the best way to describe it. Sure, that.
That's gonna sound so bad.
As
Oh no.
as you see, the Holy Knight just cake it onto the ground, and you see, Sprig and the Elk like just appear and just gently walk out onto
Holy
the
Knight
marble
sucks. He killed me.
floor. And he just slides across this marble floor as you see his helmet fall off, and
Can we see Calvin anywhere?
Calvin is not here.
Oh shit! I don't have my bat.
And then you see him pick himself up off the floor, and he's holding his staff, and he picks himself up and walks over to where the small like protruding pedestal is, slams his staff into the center, and just like slide down the staff and just rest at the bottom of the pedestal holding onto the staff.
I'll slide down
What
his
did Paul
staff.
Dad say?
Yeah, dude. And you just hear him panting for a solid sec.
I'm still shaking from Tony almost dying.
Yeah, Tony almost died. You see the Holy Knight look over at you guys, and he picks himself up just a little bit and goes, I guess introductions are needed. My name is Glendon Brimstone.
Hi, Glendon. I'm Fingers. These are my friends.
You see,
Isn't this the illusion man?
you see Glendon with glorious blonde hair.
It's Finn.
It's pretty long. It's not that long. It's about shoulder height. And you can see his elven ears protruding out from his golden hair as he begins to breathe in and out.
Full elf or half elf?
Full elf.
Okay, we're good.
Trixie.
And that is where we will end today's session.